Hello and welcome back to a new video. Over the last month or so, I've been working on a new game, and now I'd like to introduce everyone to it. I've been making this game in the Godot game engine, and I'm calling it Starship Survivors. It's a side-scroller shooter, but with some inspiration from games like Vampire Survivors. It's actually a game that I had started during the course I was taking for Godot, and I ended up taking that prototype and just developing it into a more complete game. It's a little bit like Vampire Survivors in that it's got auto-firing, so you don't have to mash buttons, and you level up, and there are power-ups that you can get each level that are kind of randomized. I actually showed the game in my last video, but it looked a little different because I was using Kenny's assets, which Kenny's is awesome, by the way, if you don't know about it. They have free assets on their website that you can download and use in your projects for prototypes or for commercial projects. It's really great stuff. I'll have a link down in the description. But since then, I've made some art myself, and I've made a ton of changes to the game. Okay, so just to go into a little bit more detail about how the game works, it's, again, a side-scroller shooter. You're just moving around with the WASD keys. It auto-shoots, so that's really all the controls that there are for the game. As you destroy enemies, you get XP, which you can level up and get power-ups that are randomized. And the power-ups can change your maximum HP, or they might make your ship faster, or let you shoot faster, etc. And the goal of the game is to survive for 15 minutes. But it's tricky because the enemies come in waves, and the waves get tougher as time goes on. So you're kind of scrambling to level up the right things, and trying not to get killed by the newer, stronger enemies. I really like games like Vampire Survivors, so I wanted to add a little bit of that flair into this game, but it's still really simple. There isn't anything really like unlockables and meta progression. I didn't want to get into all of that in this first project, but I still think it's pretty fun to play. But I think the most exciting thing is that the game is out now. You can play it on itch.io. I'll have a link down in the description. I'm super excited about this. I went from being in a project for years and not having anything playable to just launching a game in about a month. And while I'm not going to attribute all of that success to switching to Godot, I know that Unity's a great engine and they both have their pros and cons. I do think that Godot makes certain things so much easier that it's really motivating to just get something finished. So yeah, the game is available now. I'm really happy about that. And it's completely free, so I hope that some of you all will try it. You can download it, you can play it for free. There is an option to donate on the itch.io page, which if you do, I'll be really grateful, but don't feel like you have to do that. And this is probably a good time to say, I do have a Patreon for anybody that wants to help support me, and I actually just set up a Ko-fi account as well. So if you don't know what that is, it's sort of like Patreon, except that you can just go in and do like a tip. You don't have to subscribe, you can just pay a certain amount one time. And I thought that was really cool. I always think having more options is better, so now people can support in whatever way that they want. But yeah, I really hope some of you will try the game out and tell me what you think. Tell me if you have fun. Tell me if you find it too hard or too easy. I still need probably to balance a few things out. And even though I'm ready to move on to the next project, that doesn't mean that I won't take the time to throw a few updates here and there to the game to make sure that it's fun. But yeah, the last month has just been kind of a whirlwind, learning Godot and getting this game out the door. It's crazy to me just thinking back on it, but it's been super fun. I feel like I've learned so much and I am so eager to start the next project. I've got a ton of ideas, both for the next project and for stuff down the line. And I'm really eager to share some of that stuff with you all pretty soon here. But that's it for this update. Check out the description for all the links, and let me know what you think. As always, thank you so much for watching and for all of your support, and I hope you'll tune in for the next one.